when you came here, you had an hour. Now it's less.
In regards to everything. And I will also say this too. For everybody that's listening, I think everybody needs to go through their whole phase.
I feel like they just when I'm scared because I ain't never hit no whole phase yet.
I do not feel like everybody needs to.
I
That's
feel-
terrible
I feel
advice.
like
They, I feel as if
To
they
say
do.
you need to?
Yeah, they
Nah, I just nah.
They do.
No, I don't feel like
think
it's
everybody
a
needs
need.
it.
Nah,
But I
because
feel like
here's,
it happens.
here's the thing though, right? Eventually I feel as if it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna,
how I feel.
like, you might as well get this shit out of the way right now. That way it doesn't come back in the future. And you know what I'm saying? You're 35, you're trying to rip it off at 35, get your whole phase out the way right now.
If
But
somebody's
so
gonna
the
go
whole
through
phase-
it, I'd rather somebody go through it when they're older, more mentally and emotionally mature.
But what
But
if
that's
you're
the-
stuck
that's the
in a
goodness.
relationship?
If it's gonna happen.
That's the good of a whole phase in regards to everything. So I feel as if it gets you prepared for your relationships in general.
Okay, so
You
what
go-
happens when you go through that, and then at age 30 you realize, man, relationships still suck.
That they're supposed to. It's a roller coaster. And that's what the whole phase is. You're getting ridiculed off rip.
I think
But
people
is the
should
whole
wait because
phase
that stuff
literally-
messes people
what's the
up,
definition
like
of a
for
whole
real,
phase?
for real.
CK, listen, I'm.
What's the definition of the whole phase? Because I feel like there's levels to it, depending on the type.
You sure you want to go there, bro?
That's why I said That's what I said No, they about to lead into that. Can't what this nigga about to say. Fuck around,
I'm
get this
waiting
thing.
for it. Oh
Fuck
my
around,
God,
give my
yeah.
thumbs down. Keep playing.
We all know what it is. I don't think
No,
we
because
got
I really feel like a lot of people feel like a whole
not
phase
stepping
is
into no
literal, and then other people feel like, and I would be the other people where I feel like a whole phase isn't where you're literally being a whole. I just feel like you probably just want to experience a little bit more in life than being so settled.
Okay.
In what way?
And being more adventurous, just going out
In
more,
what
maybe
way?
talking about, like, you know, just going out to maybe bars or even going out and traveling a lot more.
So you're
or-
just having, that's not really a whole phase.
That's what I'm trying to understand.
Okay,
what
so
a
whole phase is what we all know it is. It's not figurative.
No.
It's-
Hold on. So what is this shit, bro? What
It's,
is this
no,
shit?
because she already she understands. She said
No,
some
I
people.
really don't.
No,
Yeah,
because
there
you
go,
said
okay.
no.
Now,
Because
she
I'm gonna
don't
quote you.
understand. She don't understand.
Well, I'm gonna quote what she said,
Okay.
and we're gonna test if she understands. She said some people take it literal. What you deem literal, I'm gonna just let you keep that because you know what it is.
Yeah, having sex
So,
with anything walking.
I didn't say it. You did. So, so it is what it is. I'll just say that.
Okay.
It just is what it is.
Which is that though? That's I'm saying.
It's not
Generally,
figurative,
everyone
it
just
is.
thinks that the whole phase is you going around having sex with everyone.
Now, I'm not saying you can't have your own idea of it, but you will cause confusion in a room saying, yeah, I was going through my whole phase, and a whole bunch of people like,
Man.
so you was doing this and doing that, and you go, oh no, I was just traveling. Like,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
don't confuse us. We know what it is.
Yeah.
Listen,
Well, that's because I retract my first statement.
Yeah.
Then.
listen. Nah, fuck all that. Go through y'all whole phases, bro. Like, fuck with this.
No, because I don't feel like I would ever hit a point where I wouldn't have the necessity to want to have sexual
But
adventures.
that's at your own rate though. I'm not saying, oh, go out here and be sloppy with it. You know what I'm saying? Whole phase is at your own rate. You out here, you moving how you mother.
So I have a question. So for someone who doesn't feel like they're gonna go through that phase necessarily, you like, I don't feel like I'm gonna go through that. Now we got this devil right here
I'm not devil.
encouraging you, saying, "Yeah, just do it."
No,
Just hold on, 'cause this is what you just did.
I'm not saying for
Don't
her to
backtrack
do it.
now.
I'm not saying for her to do it. I'm saying in general. My biggest
I'm
thing.
generally.
No, because you already shacked it, locked up, yelling at you.
Okay, well, in that aspect. But if I wasn't, you would be talking to me, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but this is what I'm saying, right? I'm saying at a certain age, and I guess that's why I can agree with you at, right? And once you get to a certain point, then it's kind of might look a little bit crazy. But I'm saying in the early years in life, to me, get that shit out the way, because I feel as if for me, it kind of prepared me for some shit in general. Like I
What's
feel
your
as if
early years of life? Give me your range of your early years of life.
You
I'm
24,
in
dude.
it. I'm in it right now.
That's how okay.
I'm in it right now. So it's like.
So I think no one's gonna be like mad at you at this stage for quote unquote enjoying life. But I don't think anyone's out here saying, "Yo, go be a hoe right now." Like,
Go do it.
I wouldn't, as a father,
Oh my gosh.
and as a
Oh
listen,
my god, boy, what's that?
and as an elder
Look, I love
person
it, boy.
in this room, I'm gonna say I understand, but I don't encourage it, bro. A lot of bad stuff can
Do
come
you
out
feel
of
like
it.
it's a necessity, or do you feel like it's a thing that everyone has in their system that they have to get out? Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
because at some point in time we're all horny as shit.
Do you feel like if you don't do it, it'll hinder you in the future? Is that what you're saying?
Do I feel like it will hinder me in the future?
Mm-hmm.
To a degree.
And what's the degree?
To a degree, yeah.
In what
Because,
aspect, though?
like, I feel as if experience-wise, that shit gives me a lot more to actually, like, understand and shit.
So
It's just the way I feel.
So you preparing for relationships by not being in relationships.
that's how I kinda hear
I'm
it.
just trying to get
What
clarity.
did
I'm not
Kanye
trying to
say?
back
What
you
did
in the
Kanye
corner.
say? Kanye
I'm
said...
really
Now we
taking
listen.
advice
Now we
from
listen to
No,
Kanye.
no.
Now we listen to.
Kanye said some shit. He said, in the song "Ham," I'm about
I like
to go
Kanye,
ham.
by the way.
I like him as an artist.
I think he's-
Ham. No, that's Jay-Z's fault. Hold on. What that nigga say? Hold on. He said some shit. He said, "Ain't trying to get married soon, but I've been practicing with a couple girls that's bad as shit." So yeah,
Yeah, dating.
Listen.
And when you look at it like that, when you're dating actively, yeah, you're dating because you know that there is the hope for marriage, but typically you don't think of it that literal. I feel like that is taking it really literal.
ladies and gentlemen, get your whole face out of the way. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Fuck on
no,
that.
no
I feel
comment.
like, as a person who feels like they don't need a whole face, and as far as I feel like I will hit a point where I will want to be more adventurous, or I will want to do more, but not with other people. Just in my own personal experiences with the world, not sexually.
Okay.
I don't feel like I will have
Okay,
to need to.
and that's
to
what that
have
could be.
Sexual experience.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be all about the sex in general. Like, that's a large part of it. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
And this
But
is where I
the
get
same-
misconstrued, because if it's not like a sex thing, are you just trying to?
This is where the justification comes in.
I'm trying to.
This is the
I'm
justification now.
trying to.
Because he can't justify saying it to somebody
But
who
he
don't
agrees,
feel like they
yeah.
need it. So because you don't feel like that, you can legitimately say, I don't need it and I feel good. So
And that's
I would
cool.
encourage people to do this because you know you save a lot of yourself for that one person
that's
you know you're going to be
literally-
with,
I feel like
etc.
my body's simple
etc. And he
enough.
can't say that
And
now
that's-
because you say it
And
right here.
that's cool.
So-
and that's cool. And that's cool.
So
All I'm
now
saying-
the
all-
justification
all
comes
I'm
along. Well, it
saying
ain't
is-
all sex.
No. All I'm saying is this, right? For me,
Wait a minute. Where's the sound effects? Where's the sound effects?
fuck them
for
sound
that?
effects. It's all nigga.
He'll use them on himself.
Fuck all that. But the cut of this whole nigga. Yo, so all I'm saying is this, right? For me, I learned so much shit out of my whole phase in general.
What did you learn?
Please.
What did I learn?
Give me two things that you
Because
learned.
if you learned
Science?
something, you wouldn't have been doing what you did.
What you mean?
So are you in your whole phase right now, or have you had it already?
I pretty much in my I'm very picky with my shit now. Like, it's bad.
So you've had your whole phase already.
Yeah, like it's.
But you
bad.
recently just had a situation as to where you were in a room with a whole bunch of exes and one girl that apparently.
But he didn't do nothing with her.
You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
do anything
But
with
what
her. He
I'm
was
saying is
gonna,
your
though.
whole phase
I didn't
didn't
do
help
anything.
you with that. That's
All
what I'm
right,
saying.
listen.
I'm just curious as to give me two things you
If
learned.
y'all really want to know the real details about that story,
No,
No,
I don't.
no.
I just want to know two things
no,
you learned.
no, because there's a lot more. There's a lot more that goes on with that story, right?
I need
And
some more Pringles.
I told
want
Alyssa,
I would want to freak this.
I told
I do.
Alyssa about this story, right?
Do your thing. Here.
I told Alyssa about this
Like
story,
popcorn.
right? I told Alyssa about this story, right? My ex is currently going through, quote unquote, a drug problem. Like a really bad drug problem, right? I saw her mom not too long ago and she says, Isaiah, I don't know. This girl's been arrested X amount of times. She's done this, she's done that. It looks spooky. Like, it looks very spooky. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. She's like, no, like, you don't understand. Like, we don't know what to do anymore, right? I went over there pretty much to see what her situation is like.
For what?
Because I still rock with her. I still think she's cool peoples. I went over there to see what her situation was like, right? See who it is that she's around and shit like that. Unbeknownst to me, her exes come over.
So wait a minute. The backstory to the backstory of the backstory is that she was the addict. That's when you came over. And then that's when all the exes showed up. That was all in the same day.
That was all on the same day.
That's too much, bro.
I know.
Did we know before that this was your ex also?
Yeah,
I don't think we knew that.
I don't think so. Well, she was just
I don't
a
think we
girl.
knew that.
Okay, all right, whatever.
Your whole face
It's
didn't even do anything.
it's the liquor. It's the liquor in me now. But listen now. And like I said before, I've had multiple chances to smash this girl. I'm not even trying to like front or cap or anything like this because as soon as she sees it, she's gonna be on my ass. But I've had
Oh,
multiple.
you be watching.
I had multiple chances to literally smash this
She
shit.
is gonna kill you.
No. And I'm not trying to gloat or anything like that. I can't. It's like one of them things. It's like no matter how seductive she is, no matter how fine she is, and she looked bad a lot of nights, like really, really fine. I can't find a way in my body to be like, yo, I'm about to get this nut off. Like I can't.
What does
So-
that have to do with the fact that you had the whole phase and then you had that situation, but you said that having a whole phase would be beneficial to future relationships?
Because with my whole phase, I feel as if and just like your relationship and shit like that, I'm not saying they're the same, but for me, it's helped me to figure out bullshit a lot more quicker.
Like what?
Just like when somebody's lying to you, like when...
But is the situation you were in not bullshit?
I mean, to a degree, yeah, but the same token, I wasn't over there for all that.
It's harder to figure out if somebody's lying when you're really into them. So you can look past a lot of stuff when you're in your whole phase because you're not emotionally attached to these people. So you're not giving benefits of the doubt and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When you decide
It's-
you're going to be with somebody or that you want to look forward to being with them in that particular
It's also
type
helped me,
scenario.
like you said, with the attachment issue and stuff like that, because before then, like I said, had a very big attachment issue. Not so much. I'm able to control that now. It's also helped me with, let me think.
Do you think that it could have hurt you in your relationships at any point?
No.
So you don't think that going through your whole phase, and I'm not here to question your number or nothing like that, but let's say your number just is
I'm
crazy
gonna bite you
wild,
in the
right?
ass.
Let's just say, not even that, because we're not even going to talk about babies that's going to show up in
Sure.
18 years or STDs or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are just some of the natural fears. But let's say you're doing it so much, you're having so much fun, that by the time you're ready to settle down, you don't want to have no fun, and you're boring the life out of your
Yeah.
significant other. Because they want to have fun with you. Like, they
It's
want to
not-
do certain things. You're just like, I don't
That's
done
like
enough.
a real
It's enough of that in my
It's
life,
not-
young lady. Like, go over there.
It's not ever going to get to that point or anything like that. And I get that, but me knowing me, it's not ever going to get to that point. Or anything like that, excuse me. Or anything of that nature. I just feel as if, for me, it was
You
something
sounded
that...
very confident about that at age 24, sir.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
I just want to know, how do you feel like the whole phase is going to benefit you in the future?
In the future? Attachment.
Opposed to,
Um,
generally speaking, not even personally.
I'm going to be honest, the biggest one I could probably say is probably attachment.
What if your significant other wants you to be really attached?
But, and that's my problem. I already am. Like, once I get, like, attached towards somebody, like, yes, that was a huge, huge problem to the point where it was like, and I realized that's kind of what helped to end that relationship. I was too goddamn attached. To the point where it was like, yo, give me my space. F your space. I'm right here. With this type of situation, and the fact that I'm doing and being, like, very spontaneous with, like, these females, not that it's a lot or anything like that, I'm not going to, like, front on my dick game or anything like that, but I've learned to actually know when to actually cut that line off and give people their space because of this.
That's complicated because now, no, this is all serious.
Okay.
Because you're comparing your fun to what your relationship is going to be like. Your relationship is not going to be like the fun. You might get some good experience knowing people,
Right.
right? I got a lot of experience learning people by doing door-to-door sales because I talked to more people in a 3-year period than most people talk to their entire life.
Right.
And so I did really well just learning people, their habits, understanding behaviors, body language and stuff like that. So I learned a lot of that stuff. You don't got to go through a whole phase to learn that and be...
You don't.
Hang
You
on,
don't.
hang on, and be
Okay.
really good at it. But the thing that's going to be tricky with this is because your intentions with this person that you're dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, were you being honest with this
Yeah.
person
Every trip.
about your
Every
intentions?
trip.
Hang on. About your intentions, you're being
Yes,
honest with them,
every
right?
trip. Yo, listen.
So they understand your intentions.
Yes. Every
So
trip.
their behavior towards you is not going to be like your behavior of your significant other towards you.
Okay.
So the things that you're learning are based on somebody who don't even, I ain't going to say don't because you don't know if they do, in a sincere way, but they probably don't want you the same way your significant other wants you.
When you spend, I'm not saying this is quality time, but any time with any person in general, most of the time comes attachment. Most of the time. Not going to say.
And that's what
Not
I was
questioning
just about
that.
to
Not
say.
doubting
I
it.
was just about to say, I feel like even if you didn't have a whole phase, you still would have learned that lesson about attachment because of her.
And I'm not arguing that.
Okay, so
I'm not arguing
so
that.
that's me
I'm not-
saying that the
I'm
whole
not-
phase wasn't really needed to learn that lesson.
It wasn't needed, but for me, it was the best thing that could have happened for me, pretty much for that attachment thing in itself. And I know what you're saying and everything like that, but trust me, I needed that because of the fact of the matter of how closely glued I used to stay to people in general. It's not bad to a point now where it's like, yo, bro, like, I think this person might have a disorder or some shit like that. But it was bad. Like, it was terrible.
Yeah, I've met a couple clingy, overly clingy people.
It was terrible.
And it is terrible.
And,
It's terrible to be on the receiving side of the clinginess.
and that's what I'm saying. For you to think that, like, yo, I'm giving this person all this love, giving her good morning text every single day. Yo, I rock with you, X, Y, and Z.
What's up with good morning text? Why that's such a thing?
Okay, but
I don't know.
for
I don't
you,
like those things.
for you to think like that's cool.
Don't talk to me.
That's cool for like the first 3 days, but could you
Yeah,
imagine?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
could
I
you
don't even
imagine
want that.
every single day? Hey, good morning, love. Hey, good
No.
morning, love. Hey, good morning, love. Hey, good morning, love.
But
Oh,
you know,
wake
but
up.
you
Good
know
morning,
what?
love. Good
This
morning,
this is
love.
why I say a lot is gonna change. You ain't learned nothing yet. So, what is starting off in your mind and to some of the younger people as being could get annoying, those things will actually be considered consistency in the future. So one of the biggest things that a woman is going to tell you she desires when she gets to a certain point, she's going to say, be consistent. That's what she's going to desire. And when she's desiring that consistency, she's not saying be a certain way, be a millionaire or be this or be that. She's saying be what you actually are and don't switch up on her so she can learn you and understand you and don't have to make no false judgments, about you and feel bad about how she felt about you. So good morning might be something that you might think, oh, this is annoying. But when you don't say good morning to somebody you're in a relationship with, and she wakes up and looks at her phone like, yo, this ninja didn't text me, how she feel?
So let me ask you a question. In relationships, right? Do you need to have some sort of spark to actually keep it good? Based upon, for y'all, both y'all are in relationships. Do y'all need like a negative spark to actually keep it
A
interesting?
negative spark?
A negative spark?
A negative spark.
No, I
No.
hate the negative spark.
So
I
you
hate
guys
it.
are good with just keep it good, keep it
I hate
consistent,
it.
keep the car
Yeah,
straight.
and I know what you're saying because there's people out here who feel like maybe they need like one argument here and there to keep.
Yeah, they
things.
thrive off that drama.
I think that's the most dumbest thing in the world.
So you like happiness in your
I
relationship.
love happiness.
You like happiness in
I
your
like
relationship.
peace.
Yeah, like
Because
let's
peace
be
and happiness,
cool.
they one and the same.
Like, what? And then I live this
Going-
life.
Ain't no
What?
joy in
I
fighting.
need the
I'm not
peace.
excited to argue.
Going back
I
to
am,
what
but
you
not.
said a little bit earlier about the consistency, I'm not going to lie about that. That's cool, but all I'm saying is every single day.
No,
guys,
see what you're confusing is spontaneity. You can be consistent and still add some spontaneity to that. But what you're not doing is drifting away from your consistent behaviors, which is your good morning text. Your make sure you get up and do certain
So
things.
what's going to
every
be
single day.
different? First week of your good morning text is going to look like what?
What do you mean first week of my good morning text?
Because you said you got to switch it up in regards towards everything. So the first week of your good morning text is going to look
Okay,
like.
so
oh,
you
as
might-
opposed
you
to
might
your
say-
second, as
you
opposed
might
to
say
your
good
third,
morning.
as opposed to your fourth, as opposed to your fifth.
You getting
as
way too
opposed to.
technical.
But that's
young
what I'm
fella.
saying.
But-
though. This is a full fucking year.
Well, all I'm
Well,
saying
don't do
is,
that.
all
That's
I'm saying is
different.
what I did.
That's
All I'm
I'm
saying is what I did worked
But
out
my
pretty alright.
thing is like even if you are that person, because I know a lot of people who are like that and it works out for them. When you're saying when you are that person, good morning on a Monday, maybe a Tuesday. Hey, how are you doing this morning? Or how was last night? That's how you switch it up. That hey, good morning every day, that could be very weird to get the same message.
Okay.
You know why
every
this
day.
bothers you?
Why?
I guarantee this is why it bothers you. I bet you if it was a good morning note that was left on the counter or something like that, it wouldn't bother you as much as a text message. It's a text message, man. Text messages
I don't think that it's a necessity, but if you're a person who feels like that is the way you show your affection and things like that, I don't see anything wrong with that either. But if you're asking
I'm not saying
if you're asking how to do so, my answer is to switch up your verbiage on a daily basis.
See,
like,
verbiage versus the action.
Yeah.
But that's what
But
I'm saying. Like,
how much of a verbiage can you consistently continue for, what is it, 54 weeks?
But my
in a
thing
year?
is, like,
it ain't
if
gonna
you're
change every single day.
if you're with the if it's a year straight, have you not woken up with that person in that year? So you don't need a text message that day.
No.
you know?
I'm just saying, like, in your typical relationship before it gets to marriage and shit like that. Like, I'm saying, like,
After a certain point, that stuff doesn't even matter. Like, to me, in the beginning, that stuff doesn't even matter. But if you're a person who does that, after a certain while, you're not even going to feel
that's
the
what I'm
need to
saying.
do
No,
that.
I was that person that did that, rather they cared or not, and kept doing it in regards to everything, to the point where it was like 7:30. Got a good morning text, and it's about 8 months later. Okay, cool. And it's not even just that. It was just like night text, everything like that. So what I'm saying is things can get too repetitive to the point where it's like you just get used to them, and sometimes you get tired of them.
Yeah, I agree with that. But there's
I don't get tired of things that I genuinely love.
I can see what. Things,
So if
So I'm not saying I want a good morning text
So
all
let
the
me-
time,
let
but
me
the things
ask-
I
Right, I
genuinely love, like if my wife is rubbing my beard, she could rub my beard 365 days a
That's
year,
affection,
all
though.
day long. Hold on.
I agree
It's
with
the
that.
same thing though. I
I
will
agree.
never be like, yo, you always on my beard, get off me. I'm gonna be like, nah, put your hand back. I
think
love
certain
that.
things-
Okay.
Because I really love it. You know what I'm saying?
wait, so let me ask you this: she can rub your beard any time of the day, like as consistently as she wants, right?
I feel like the answer is yes, because I know exactly like that. It's certain things that isn't agitating. Maybe she just really doesn't want to receive that text message every day, every morning. I mean, that's not hard.
You gotta
to-
know.
No matter
You gotta
what.
learn a
Wait.
person to do.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you could be in the middle of a basketball game. Oh, baby, I love you. You get that?
If there was a way for me to manage that and still be,
I don't see the issue with
if
that
there was
either.
a way,
All I'm
like if
saying
I could
is
stick her arm
eventually-
right here and be like, yo,
And this
just
is-
your hand, rub this
this
while I
is-
hoop.
This is
I'm
this
Gucci.
is this is what I'm saying though in regards to everything. Like I used to do that stuff so much to the point, and it's not even about the good morning text. It's not even about
Well,
the
I'm just saying at
But-
this point it's just her. It's not a you thing.
No, but I could see how it could like really, because I also did that same thing with my parents and they're still alive. Hey, yo, how you doing? It got to the point where Dad used to voicemail. I said, listen, man, I love you, but listen, bruh, we ain't about to keep doing this every single day.
Bro, if there's an attribute about you, that's just your attribute. There is a billion fish in the sea, and one fish is gonna love that about you.
No, and that's cool. I'm not saying that like getting.
If it's such a thing
I'm
where
not-
you
I'm
can't not, that's obviously
not-
your characteristic.
I'm not saying, well, not anymore. That's just something which I thought was the norm based off of like some Disney movie bullshit. But that's another thing we're gonna talk about one day on this podcast.
Mother of God! Would you look at the time? When you came here, you had an hour. Now it's less. Hey!